Hello and welcome to Yask. Yask streamlines the way you handle business requests from internal and external clients and can cut your operating costs by 23% in 4 weeks with 10 minutes of staff training. Yask is Business Request 2.0. Currently, your employees are spending 41% of their day on stressful non-value-added activities, and it's costing you about $20,000 a year per employee. So what is the problem with business requests? Why is it so stressful and costly? For requesters, for example, if you lost your corporate cell phone and you need a new one, who do you send the request to? And where do you send it to? Do you ask your manager or your colleague and hope that they know? Do you send an email to IT? Do you call your cell phone department? Or is there such a department? And after you figure those out, how do you know what information to include in your request? Like, do you include your cell phone number or employee ID? And after you've requested it for a new cell phone, how do you know if someone's actually working on it? And how much they've done? When is it gonna be done? And most importantly, how do you know if anything is done right? That you will get the working cell phone equipped with the apps you need, with the access you need? Well, you could fax, or email, or phone, or hound again and again and again, and contribute to the 41% of stressful non-value-added activities, or you can simply ask. But wait, we only talked about the person sending the request. What about the person receiving the request? At any given moment, you probably have a handful of requests sitting in your inbox that you haven't even looked at, and there's probably another handful of requests flagged and stashed away somewhere. For each of those requests, how do you know what type of job it's referring to? How do you know what the priority and importance it is? Surely all those exclamation marks aren't the same importance. How do you make sure all the information you need is there? Well, again, you could fax, email, phone, hound, again and again and again, but then what happens if you missed it in your inbox? Or forgot about it? What happens? Suppose everything went smoothly, and you managed to get it done without too much stress. Then the bigger question comes, what now? What do you need to do next? Because a business request is never a one-step process, usually involves more than one person. Who, what, and how should you do it next? All of a sudden you become the requester, and all the problems from the requester will now apply to you. While you could scramble for the request and contribute to the 41% of the stressful non-value-added activities and hope for the best, or you can simply Yask. Without Yask, business requests inside corporations are just a nightmare to manage, and it's a stressful and costly part of every business. We have spent the last 3 years researching best practices and methodologies and have concluded that the performance of business request delivery isn't and cannot be achieved with complex systems, but with practical and easy to use tools that you, your internal clients, and external clients can all collaborate transparently under one roof. We call this system Yask.